Greetings everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Fuko and today we have a look at the Drakelings, the new addition to the Ark Survival Ascended creature catalog. It is a fantastical tame, so you have to either buy the creature in the shop for 5 USD or you get the Lost Colony Season Pass for 30 USD and you get this one for free as an extra. So after you get that, you can tame them all around the different maps of Ark, and there are 4 different versions of these little buggers for each season of the year. There's a spring one, which I'm also having on my shoulder right now, which is very colorful. It looks like a blooming flower. Then there's the summer one, which is more like, has a lot of warm colors. It looks very heated up, if you want to call it that. There is the, where do I have it? The autumn one, which looks like a falling dead leaf, that is like an ahorn leaf that is falling from the tree. And there is the winter one, that looks like a little frigid, cold landscape. Very cold, yeah. So, yeah. 4 different ones, you can interbreed them. The one that is coming out of the egg is always the one that the mother is. So if it's a female spring one and a male summer one, the one that's coming out is always a spring one. Just so you know. Alright, so what is special about these little buggers? They all have different skills that they can use to help the survivor that is who is carrying them on their shoulder. I'm showing you right now what their different buffs are. The aspect of spring has a plus 1% or a maximum of plus 15 health regeneration each second and minus 10 stamina consumption. The summer one gives you, and the creature you are riding, by the way, it spreads the aspect to the creature that you are mounted to. Plus 10% movement speed and minus 25 CC effect duration. The autumn one, which is the most useful for people on PvE, it gives you a 5% melee damage boost to you and the creature you are riding, and 15% harvesting. And last but not least, we have the winter one, the cold one that gives you the aspect of winter, plus 10% damage resistance and plus 100 insulation. So it's a little, it's basically a little otter. They have another buff if they are in their respective home biome though. For the people that are wondering, spring Drakelings are at home in the grasslands and overall green parts of the island and other maps. The summer ones are in the desert biomes, the autumn ones are in the redwood forest biomes, and the winter ones are, of course, in the winter biomes of each map. And if they are in these biomes, they get another secondary boost or buff, which this one has right now because we are in the redwood forest, which is called the native biome boost, which gives the rider 10% XP and 10% loot quality to all the loot crates and loot drops they are opening while having the Drake on their shoulder. Not only do these little buggers have buffs beyond belief that are super helpful for all kinds of different scenarios on the Ark, they also have little passive bonuses that me and my friends had to discover before we actually knew what was going on. The summer one can cook meat in its inventory, and it has a little Dimetrodon aura around it, so it can actually incubate or like hatch eggs that you place around it. And the winter one acts as a mini fridge that you can put stuff into, and it gives them a 300% spoil timer increase. So super helpful. And the autumn one, as the only Drakeling in existence, can actually harvest stuff. So to actually use the active stuff on the little buggers, you have to access your inventory, click the little Drakeling weapon icon and they wander to your hand, which basically makes them your melee attack. If you click the left mouse button, they become your melee attack. And if you click the right mouse button, they use their different breath attacks. Each different Drakeling has 3 different breath attacks. There's the standard fire breathing, which makes them a little flamethrower. There's the gift breath, which you can give to an unridden creature, and they get the gift for like 1 minute. Or they get it for 3 hours as long as you ride them. And last but not least, there's the stored experience breath, which makes it possible for you to give stored experience to a creature. Yeah, you can actually farm experience and then give the stored experience from your Drakeling to the selected creature that you want the experience to get. Which makes it super easy to level creatures that are usually not combat mounts, that are very, very slow to level up. Especially for people that are playing alone and cannot speed level creatures on stuff like the gem bench with making narcotics, etc. So what is extremely special about the autumn one that I have currently on my hand is that this is the only Drakeling that can actually harvest resources. So this is the resource, the farming wyvern Drakeling. If you use the normal breath attack, which I currently have selected, you can just press the right key and everything the breath hits gets harvested, you see? I get a lot of thatch and wood. I can even target stones, get massive amount of stones. I can harvest massive amounts of flint, sand, crystal, metal. They harvest literally anything. It is not exchanging dinosaurs like Ankylosaurus or Doedicurus, because those have damage reduction, but it's a very, very helpful little farmer that helps you, especially in the early game. All the resources that it farms come automatically to your inventory, which makes it a super, super helpful early game farmer before you have this entire setup of your high level dinos with high weight Argentavis or Quetzal set up. So what else is there to say about these little buggers? A lot of you probably get these out of a completely different mechanic that they also have in their kit, and that is the loot crate mechanic that they have. So, for everybody who doesn't know, these items you get from them if you give experience to a dino from the Drakeling. Every time you give experience from the Drakeling to a random dinosaur, they generate this item in your inventory. They come in primitive to ascendant dragon horde key varieties, and the more experience you actually store in the Drakeling, the better the quality outcome will be of the crate that you are getting. They are capping out at 30,000 XP, so if you want an ascendant dragon horde key, you always need to maximize that one out. And I am aware that my little icon is blocking the view. Alright, you see the middle icon, these little books that are stacked on top of each other with the little number that's going up. It's currently at 3,350 XP. If you are on 30,000 and then give the stored experience to your selected dinosaur with the stored experience dragon breath, you can actually automatically generate these keys in your inventory. Let's move that one back where it belongs. So, you have to have the Drakeling on your shoulder, always with you when you use these different keys. So what you have to do is click on them. They generate a latitude and a longitude in their item description. And then you have to basically just follow the item that is on your screen. It is working just as the Bob's Tall Tales treasure chest feature, where you have to take a shovel with you all the time to dig up the treasure that you're finding. The only difference is these loot crates are much better than the Bob's Tall Tales treasure chests, and you don't need a shovel to actually dig them up. So I have prepared some of these, as you have already seen, in my inventory, and I want to show you each and every one of them when I open them, to give you a little taste of what you can actually get in these loot crates that the little Drakelings generate. For everybody who might have the question, you don't need a high level Drakeling, all of them work exactly the same, they give you the same buffs. They store 30,000 experience all the same, there is no difference between them, no matter if you have high levels or low levels. So just get out there, tame a low level if you don't want to wait for a high level to spawn. Farm 30,000 XP and get your free loot crates. Literally every 2.5 to 3 minutes they can do this. So it is an amazing feature and the best gacha mechanic that is currently in the game, and it will sooner or later probably be nerfed, if you ask me. So let's get going to the loot crate showcase. Actually, I wanted to show you guys in person how it looks like when these crates get generated in your inventory. As you can see, I have currently 12 different in my inventory. I put these little fiber things here as a placeholder, as a bookmark basically. You cannot see, I have currently 30,000 XP stored in my Drakeling. So now I am moving my Drakeling to my hand, switch the breath attack to the stored experience, 30,000, give it to my Argentavis. Now the Argentavis got 30,000 XP and my inventory generated a new Ascended Dragonheart key. That's all there is to it. And now we go loot crate hunting. And this was everything there is to say about the new Drakeling species of Ark Survival Ascended. I really hope you liked the video, and tune in next time when I talk about the next species. Till then, I'm Fuko, see you next time, goodbye.